Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval. Today we'll be reviewing the third video on Audacious, or as I've renamed her, Gibraltar. The ship itself is still amazing as always. However, this time we do have a different air group. So the one we have been using the last couple days has 2 fighter squadrons, 2 torpedo bomber squadrons, and 1 dive bomber squadron. However, today we add another dive bomber squadron for a total of 2 squadrons for each fighters, torpedoes, and dive bombers. And we will be using the original bombers with fast torpedoes, but not as much damage, and more high or chance of fire for the bombs, but not as much damage there either. So let's toss into a game and see what we can do. Alright, and here results the game. 1 carrier, quite a few battleships and cruisers, and only 1 destroyer. So hopefully we should be able to have a good game. Ooh, I like this map. So let's see what ships we have. Audacious, Frede de Gros, Audacious, Iowa. Iowa has pretty strong AA. Mino, Worcester, and Fargos have strong AA as well. Takaos and Tashkents, and pretty much all the battleships do not. So maybe a really good damage dealing game when we start going after these battleships. Let me see here. We do have 20 spare aircraft for both our fighters, torpedo bombers, and dive bombers. However, I think I'm actually still going to use my fighters as anti-aircraft bait this game as well. It may not be needed completely, but it's at least going to help us. Alright, so we're getting our aircraft out right now. Looks like our dive bombers took off first. Okay, so while our aircraft start making their way towards the battlefield, let's see what we have on our side. Iowa, of course. Frede de Gros, Tashkent, Takao, Fargo. Yes, we have quite a few targets to choose from. Alright, so I'm going to keep my torpedo bombers heading this way. We already put our fighters around them. Let's see here. I can actually probably take my dive bombers, go after this Takao, while my torpedo bombers get into position. Alright, so let's see what we can do with these. I'm not too worried about my dive bombers. That should be pretty okay. Or they can miss completely. Alright, cool. Alright, there is a Minotaur over here. But if we can get this Iowa out of the game, that would definitely help us. Okay, so there goes our torpedo drop. And all of them were able to do damage. Alright, let's get our fighters out here as quickly, or away from there as quickly as possible. Though it looks like we're still going to lose them all because they decided to start tangling with the catapult launch fighters. Yep, alright, so I lost all of our fighters, whatever. Right, let's start heading towards the outskirts of A over here. Alright, so our dive bombers are ready to go again. We should be able to finish. Well, it looks like the Iowa is going to go down by herself. So maybe we should start working on that Audacious, because the Mino is going to go down relatively quickly as well. Yep, there goes the Mino. Iowa should be going down soon, though I actually think I should probably dive bomb her if she's going to get any closer than that. Well, maybe not. Let's bring our torpedo bombers out over there. Alright, so Iowa did go down. Let's put our fighters around our dive bombers. We just lost quite a few ships, actually. Alright, so maybe we should go after this Fargo with our dive bombers. Ooh, that carrier is pretty close, though, as well. And actually, I think I might go after this Audacious, because Fargo is not really a strong ship, especially against my battleships. Come on. Alright, so kind of have mixed results with our dive bombers again. They're really taking their sweet time to attack. And I would really like it if my torpedo bombers listened to me. Here we go. We'll see if that's okay. I think I had too much of an angle, but we are still going to get quite a few torpedo hits. Time to pop our defensive AA. We still got quite a few bomb hits, though they didn't do much damage themselves, but they did start a fire. Alright, we are now secondary shooting this Gibraltar. Not that I really expect that to do much, though. That's fine. Alright, so let's see what our dive bombers can do against this Gibraltar. And then there's only one ship left after this. Alright, so we did get quite a few hits. No damage though. So there's that armor deck coming into effect. Then what else is left? Frente de Gros, which is almost down. So one round of dive bomber should be enough to sink her as well. Though actually we can probably only use squad 3 to attack this carrier, if we even need that. No, let's just go after the battleship. And then she only needs one torpedo, so that should be more than enough to sink her right there. And we have ourselves a game. So let's see how we did. not much in the terms of damage, only 82,000 damage, 1 ship sunk, 13 torpedo hits, 7 bomb hits, 24 aircraft shot down, 1 fire, 3 floodings, 1 capped base, and 2 secondary hits for 3,900 base XP. Wasn't a really good game. 7,000 damage in fires and floodings, 73,000 damage in torpedoes, and only less than 2,000 damage in bombs. We really didn't have much luck with our dive bombers, and it may be the fact that they're not that effective at this tier, or at least on this ship. We've kind of had mixed results with the dive bombers, but nothing I would really say is exemplary so far. So yeah, you can have a little bit more strike capability with the second dive bomber squadron, but that also takes away from your strike aircraft for your torpedo bombers and also from your fighters. So honestly, I think this one might be better, but we might have a better game tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be going over the same exact layout, however we will have the alternate bombers. So that will be our final video on Audacious. So again, thank you for watching and take care.